Brought to you by DK Audio.
DK Audio presents The Science of Flavour, written by Dr Stuart Farrimond, read by Oli Meredith. Introduction. There are two types of people in this world: those who see food as fuel, and those for whom food is one of life's greatest pleasures. For those of us in the second camp, food is a joy around which we celebrate, commiserate, find comfort when times are hard, forge new friendships, and even fall in love. For food lovers, great meals are the punctuation points of life, moments when our most precious memories are made. We connect with other cultures and our senses can be whisked to far-flung lands. In fact, my wife tells me she fell in love with me the evening I cooked her a dish of pan-fried salmon wrapped in Italian cheese, bay leaf, and prosciutto, served on a bed of fresh pasta. Eating does more than excite the taste buds. All our senses are drawn together to create flavour, an all-immersive, multifaceted jewel through which this book shines a scientific light, projecting a delicious rainbow which we will learn is made from a food's appearance, aroma, and taste, as well as its sound, our emotions, and even the surrounding ambience. Whether you're an amateur cook, chef, or foodie, or simply curious about the food we eat, this audiobook explores each facet, letting us appreciate and savour food on a deeper level, and also making us better cooks and more mindful eaters. Leaving needless jargon in the compost bin, this book is designed to teach you how to extract every morsel of flavour out of everyday ingredients, build delicious pairings, and gain inspiration for your exciting new creations. And this is all, hopefully, seasoned with handfuls of tasty facts and tidbits to dine out on. The words flavour and taste are sometimes used interchangeably, but they are subtly different. Taste is just what our tongues detect: sweetness, saltiness, sourness, bitterness, umami, and a few other oral sensations. Flavour is the entire experience, a blending of taste with aroma, texture, temperature, and even sound. This is neither a textbook with dry theory nor a recipe book with rigid instructions. Rather, it is a guide to getting flavour out of every crumb and to cooking more confidently and creatively. It teaches us to tune into each of the notes and aromas of an ingredient, helping us better savour every mouthful. Don't let the chemical names throughout this audiobook baffle you, but use them as keys to unlocking your creativity, discovering harmonious ingredients, and crafting uniquely delicious dishes out of the ingredients you have in your cupboard. In the first 3 chapters, you will discover that flavour is an illusion created in the brain, and how substances called flavour compounds are its foundation. After learning about taste and flavour, Chapter 4, the largest part of the book, is a tour of everyday ingredients, and I hope it will serve as a go-to resource when you are lacking inspiration. Got an aubergine and unsure how to get the most out of it? Skip ahead to the flavour directory. Or perhaps the leafy greens languishing at the bottom of the fridge need to be used. Whether it's elevating humble carrots or unlocking the depth of umami in mushrooms, let this audiobook be your trusted companion in the kitchen. This is my 5th book, and it means a lot to me. While I was writing it, my previously removed brain tumour decided to make an unwelcome return, requiring months of chemotherapy and radiotherapy to keep it at bay. But with the amazing love and support of my wife, family, friends, and church, I managed to finish this book, and it is dedicated to all of you. A route to flavour. Where does flavour begin? Our journey begins within the sensory realm of the mouth, where every part has an important role to play. And your first port of call in this flavour trip is the lips. Did you know that your lips are just as sensitive as your fingertips? The soft vermilion skin on your mouth is exquisitely attuned to temperature, pain, and touch. What is felt affects the flavour. When the sandpapery roughness of a French fry is first felt with the lips, its crunchy golden crust will be experienced more vividly. More dramatically, the cold hardness of chilled glass will make a drink taste refreshing. A hot cup will make the drink seem hotter than it really is, while a plastic utensil will dull the flavour of whatever morsel it holds. Past the teeth. Food that passes this first checkpoint now faces the teeth, each slicing, crushing stroke releasing plumes of aroma-carrying substances into the oral cavity, which waft backwards into the throat and up into the back of the nose, where they transform into flavour itself. Teeth do more than grind and mash to make food digestible. Acutely sensitive nerve endings in your teeth sense the very structure of food, telling your brain how hard it is and whether it's crunchy, elastic, or gritty. Saliva, the dissolver. Mouthfuls of food are pureed with saliva squirted from glands in the cheeks and under the tongue, dissolving the flavour chemicals of taste, salt, sugars, acids, which then slide over the tongue, bringing taste buds to life. Surprisingly, it's not the food itself we taste, but saliva that has been mixed with it. Chemicals in the saliva, called enzymes, start to digest sugar and fats in the mouth, while other floating proteins temper unpleasant tastes by masking bitterness. Palate and tongue. The entire oral cavity is lined with acutely sensitive nerves. The tongue and palate are continually touching, probing, and examining the shape, texture, and consistency of each mouthful, creating the impression of mouthfeel, and of pungent heat, astringency, and effervescence. As food reaches your tongue, it finally approaches the taste buds. Stick your tongue out and look in the mirror. Those tiny, barely visible bumps that cover the top of the tongue are called papillae. Taste buds themselves are embedded within these papillae and are far too small to see. They are balls of 50 to 100 cells, bundled like tiny leaves inside a flower bud, hence the name. These send messages to your brain about the taste of the food in your mouth. Food's journey. More than tasting and swallowing, each part of the mouth has an important role to play in the flavour journey. This helps us truly to appreciate food. In your downloadable PDF, you'll find a diagram of the journey of food. Lips. Food's texture is first experienced by the lips, which are as sensitive as your fingertips. Teeth. These release aroma and sense food structure, guiding the brain in flavour perception. Palate. Texture and mouthfeel are experienced on the palate as food is pushed up against the palate by the tongue. Tongue. This is coated with a forest of invisible, finger-like projections which feel the surface of food as well as hundreds of tasting papillae. In your PDF, you'll also see some diagrams of types of papillae. Filiform papillae. Cone-shaped structures on the tongue surface offer grip for licking and sense texture, but lack taste buds. Fungiform papillae. These red papillae, which look like mushrooms, are responsible for most of the actual tasting. Circumvallate papillae. Few in number, 8 to 12, these large papillae at the back of the tongue are attuned to bitterness. Foliate papillae. Each ridge at the side of the tongue has hundreds of taste buds that are more sensitive to sourness. Taste buds. Hidden within papillae, up to 10,000 taste buds sense the chemicals of taste, tastants. How do we sense taste? Taste is the body's way of checking whether...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?